Today we have an important topic to discuss. Buying a home when you're owed taxes to the IRS. Can it be done? Stay tuned as we unravel the mysteries and provide expert tax advice on this matter. Picture this. You're dreaming of owning a home, a place you can call your home, build a future, and create lasting memories in. But then reality sets in. You find yourself owing taxes to the IRS. You start to wonder if homeownership will ever become a reality. After all, you're a hardworking individual with a stable job, stable income, and a growing family. But like many, you may have fallen behind on your taxes due to unforeseen circumstances, be it a divorce, be it an illness, or a bad investment, some financial hardships. And you're worried that your tax debt can prevent you from buying a home. Well, I have some good news for you. With the right knowledge and guidance, you can turn your situation around. So, back to our question. Can you buy a home if you owe taxes to the IRS? And the answer is yes. But I'll be honest with you, it won't be without its challenges. So today we'll explore the key factors to consider and provide you with expert advice to help you navigate this process with confidence. First and foremost, let's talk about the elephant in the room, loan approval. When you apply for a mortgage, the lender wants to assess your financial situation. This includes your credit score, which your tax debt does not affect, and your debt to income ratio, which your tax debt affects. Owing taxes can impact this last factor, but it doesn't mean that you're out of options. By taking practice steps to address your tax debt, you too can own a home, and you just have to demonstrate to the lenders that you're working toward a resolution and that you have a resolution. So as I always say, you have to take action. That's the first thing and biggest thing you have to do when it comes to your taxes. Take action. The worst thing you can do when it comes to tax debt is to do nothing. And inaction is doing nothing. And inaction will ensure that the IRS keeps on hounding you and will prevent you from reaching your dreams of homeownerships. And just so you know, I'm going to make it clear here. When you choose to do nothing, in a way that's taking action, you're choosing not to do anything. And that's the worst kind of action you can take. So you need to just tackle your tax debt, even which is a small step, like actually opening that letter to find out how much you actually owe. So, like I said, once you tackle your tax debt, and tackling doesn't mean paying all of it, because you can come to a payment plan. You can create a payment plan with the IRS. You can negotiate an offer. There's many things to do. That doesn't mean paying it all. But once you have that mortgage loan taken care of, one thing that you have to think about is tax liens and what to do about them. So let's talk a little bit about tax liens right now. You may or may not have them, and it depends on how much you owe to the IRS. So if you owe more than $50,000, then under their guidelines, the IRS has to put a tax lien on your property. And what that really means is that they file this document in the public records of the county that you lived in, and then they tell to just announce to people that they have a legal claim to your assets. In that county in particular, real estate. So once more, because of the pandemic and because the IRS is still slow and they don't tend to file that many tax liens, that doesn't necessarily mean that they file one, but if you're more than $50,000, they will, and even if you're going to do a resolution with them, that will require them to file a tax lien. Just so you have that in mind. But don't panic, because everything's fixable, right? So even though you may have a tax lien, there are ways to make sure that you can still get to homeownership, to your dream of owning your home. For instance, you can negotiate with the IRS to subordinate a tax lien. Maybe you're really close to the end of it because they have every 10 years they have to file it. Maybe you're close to it. Maybe that's not going to be an issue. It's a timing issue. There's many options. All you have to do is just talk to a tax professional, somebody like me, that can help you determine your different options when it comes to tax liens. And then it can help you navigate how to negotiate this intricate process with the IRS and help you negotiate to a place that you want to be. I know what you're thinking about. And you're saying, but Claudia, shouldn't I just pay off my tax debt before I even consider buying a house and then just forget about all this? And yes, that's a valid question. And yes, maybe that's something that you want to do. But just remember, It is generally advisable to address any outstanding tax debt to be able to get a loan, but it's not a requirement. You don't have to delay your dreams just because of your tax debt. As I mentioned before, the IRS has many payment arrangements that you can take advantage of. For instance, installment agreements, and there's many of them that we talked about in a previous episode, and we'll put in the show notes so you can listen to it and get to know about it. And there's offers in compromise. So there's that you can negotiate to pay less to the IRS. There's many things that you can do. You just need to get to a point where you're resolving it. When you're already you and the IRS came to a plan of what you're going to do about your tax debt. That's and when you start doing that, then you can go ahead and pursue your dreams of homeownership. Because remember, the bank wants to see that you are financially responsible. And part of being financially responsible is taking care of whatever mistake we made. Have a payment plan with that, with what we owe. So your lender will not require you, not all lenders require all the tax debt to be gone. They just require you to have a payment plan for that, or a plan of what you're doing with them, and have it in place too. Remember, I'm not just saying what I want to do, I have it in place. Because also think about this. If you set up a payment plan with the IRS and you're diligently paying your monthly payments and your debt is coming down, then guess what also changes? Your debt to income ratio. And we talked about that's the one place where your tax debt will affect your loan application. So if that number becomes more favorable to the lender, more lenders will want to qualify you for a mortgage. And because that shows that you're in the path of financial stability, that shows that you're financially responsible. Because we all make mistakes. We all make financial mistakes. And lenders know that. It's just you have to show that that's behind you, and now you're on the path to being financially responsible. And I know what the next follow-up question is that you're thinking: how can I save both for a down payment to cover my closing costs and address my tax debt, especially where the IRS makes things do? And this is when it is very important that if in your plans are to buy a home and you want to start saving for that down payment and closing costs, and at the same time you want to pay off your debt so that your tax debt, or at least have a payment plan so that more mortgage you qualify for a mortgage, that's when you need to make sure you have two people in your team. One is a tax professional who knows your goal and gets you there in the best way, because part of helping you get to the right place with the IRS, the right strategy for you, is a strategy. Is a plan that you have to have. So not all bucket fits you. It's not a one size fits all kind of deal. Your tax professional, like somebody like me, you will tell them what your goals are, and then together you will find the best way to get you there. And then also you need probably a financial advisor or somebody at financial budget literacy, somebody that can help you with budgets. Because if you're having some problems with your finance, you probably could get some advice and some help with financing and budgeting and how to save money for that. And that will be somebody that can help you out there. And also that person may be able to give you some advice on how to maximize your deductions, or also those individuals can tell you of other alternate funding sources. Because nowadays you'd be amazed. It's not just a traditional loan that you can get. Now you can also maybe there's opportunities for first-time home buyers, and depending on how much you make and your income and certain things, even cities have special agencies just for helping first-time home buyers or people that need help with a down payment. So you'll be amazed at what's out there, especially here in South Florida. So I recommend, once more, if your goal is to own a home, you need to plan it. It is a possibility. Even if you owe taxes, is a possibility. You just need to have the right plan in place to be dealing with your tax debt. And keep in mind that when you choose that plan, you need to know that you want to eventually buy a home. And you also maybe need to talk to somebody about your budgets and all that, and how to have the right financial stability. So to recap what we talked today, owing taxes to the IRS doesn't mean that you have to say goodbye to your dreams of homeownership. Doesn't mean that those dreams are dead. It's just important to remember that may affect the factors and how you get there to homeownership, and you may have to address certain things like your tax debt. But remember, your journey toward homeownership is still a possibility. It just requires careful planning, strategical financial management, and the support of trusted advisors. That brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope you found this information valuable and inspiring. Remember, your tax situation is not a roadblock. It's just a detour that can lead you to a brighter future. Just a pebble on the road. You can still buy that home that you've been dreaming of. With the right knowledge, guidance, and information, you can overcome any challenge, even your tax debt. And if you're ready to tackle your tax debt and want to learn more about how to do it, go to www.talktoclaudia.com and to learn more about it. So until next time, this is Claudia Moncarz. I'll talk to you later. Bye.